Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to ASF e-learning program. This is your first lesson of English literature for class 7. Students, the book that we are going to follow is Cambridge Express book 7 and the lesson has been prepared by Miss Amna Bajwa. But students, before starting our lecture, let me tell you some main points regarding our subject English literature. As you people are well aware of the fact that we used to follow two books for English literature that were Cambridge Express and Oxford Reading Circle. But from now on, we will be following only Cambridge Express as Oxford Reading Circle has been omitted from our course outline. But RTC, that is reference to context, will come from any selected chapter from Cambridge Express. So you don't have to worry about that. Now coming towards our syllabus for midterm, there are 6 chapters that are included in the syllabus for midterm year 2021 and 2022. First chapter is Fire in the Forest, that we will start discussing today inshallah. Second is 6 Extinct Animals. Third is a poem named as On Killing a Tree. Fourth is the chapter The Chocolate Room, written by Roald Dahl. Fifth chapter is, or fifth topic we would say, is another poem named as Ode to Autumn, written by John Keats. And the last chapter is The Dying Detective. So students, the chapter that we are going to start reading today is Fire in the Forest. It has been written by Miss Nora Burke. She is an English novelist and she has usually written non-fiction stories. Some of her works are Jungle Child, 11 Leopards, King Tod, The Midnight Forest and Fire in the Forest. In this story, Nora Burke has conveyed how animals in the forest fight for their survival and how man is so negligent about animals that a fire broke out in the forest because of the negligence of a man. In this story, this is not mentioned that how the fire broke out, but in actual story, it is mentioned that it is caused by a man who threw a burnt cigarette in the forest. The story also tells how animals suffer and survive in such cases. It also talks about a mother's affection and care for her children that is not only there in man, but it is also there in animals. So let's start the reading and explanation of this chapter. Open page number 1 of your book. Let me read it out to you as it is shown on your screens also. The fire spread rapidly. Here the word rapidly means very fastly. The smoke was seen by the forest department people, who immediately went into action to halt the fire and prevent any further damage and death. Here the word halt means to discontinue the fire. Now we will see how they tried to do it. Let's continue on page 2, first line. Soon men were on the next fire line, already cut through the jungle for exactly this purpose, all trees and undergrowth cleared away. This line means that they had cleared the path or cleaned the path where they were expecting the fire would go. They lit their counter fire all along the edge of the fire line. When the two fires met, there would be nothing left for them to burn, so they'd both go out. But meanwhile, the two furnaces were closing in on each other. Here, two words I am finding difficult for you people to understand. First word is counter fire, that means another fire, and the second one is furnaces. Furnaces means very hot fire. In these lines, they are showing that they were hoping, that means the fire department was hoping that the fire they had lit themselves and the oncoming fire would burn each other out, and for that purpose they had already cleared their paths. Let's come to second paragraph. Among the speckled shadows, a spotted deer was lying by herself, away from the herd, because she had recently given birth to a fawn. Fawn is the child or the kid of a deer. Like all other deer, she never thought about tigers and panthers unless she could actually see one, but she was on the alert the whole time, her great ears never still, but constantly flicking this way and that to throw off flies and bring her news. This paragraph shows that there was a deer lying and resting in the forest who has recently given birth to her kid and is definitely going to caught up in the fire. She was one brave deer who was never afraid of other wild animals of the forest. But today she was sort of feeling a little restless, as if she knew that something bad is going to happen. She was continuously moving her ears because her ears helps her to hear distant sounds and alert her of any lurking danger. She bent her head to the fawn. His tiny brown body lay like a nut in the pocket of grass. As she leant over him, he raised his face to hers and they touched. This paragraph shows a very innocent interaction between a new mother deer and her newborn fawn. Let's come to page number 3. She got to her feet and stood with outstretched neck, staring nervously upwind. She stamped lightly in warning and stood ready to stamp again, waiting. Here, this line means she is nervous, and to warn her newborn, she has started stamping her fawn. Here, stamp means to push. Yes, it was a smell. Her eyes began to smart and she sneezed. Here, the word smart means feel stinging pain. That means that she was having a pain in her eyes, but just because of the smoke of the fire. The wind was picking up as the heat of the fire increased and it changed its direction. That means now the fire has started to come towards them. She stooped anxiously to her fawn, then up again to look and listen. Here, the word stoop means to bend. That means she bent toward her fawn to either pick him up or to do anything to run away from there, whatever was going on in her mind. We do not know that right now, but we will continue reading and we will come to know. After a while, smoke could be seen in the sky. The hind sprang sharply to her fawn and nudged him to his feet. That means she started to push his fawn to make him stand up as he was a newborn. He did not know how to stand. He got up shakily. His legs were as soft as those of a newborn lamb, and his hoofs the size of thumbnails. He gave a little frisky jump and fell over. He got up again and came playfully towards her. These lines shows how the little fawn is trying to stand up after the push of his mother. His legs were shaking as he was a newborn and he was very small. He gave a little playful jump like a child would do and he fell over. But then suddenly or instantly he got up again and came towards her mother. And he was trying to play. Why he was trying to play? Because he was not aware of the danger they were in. She threw anxious glances about her as she began suddenly to urge him along. They had to hurry. These lines shows that although the fawn was very playful and he was trying to play with his mother, but his mother was very anxious about the situation because she knew in what kind of a danger they were in and she knew that they had to hurry. Let's stop the reading over here and we will continue this chapter in our next session, and till then I would like you people to continue reading and find out the ending of this chapter. Students, your first home task is to read out the chapter Fire in the Forest completely and find out its ending. Your second home task is find out the meaning of the following words from the passage and write them on computer sheets or loose sheets. Your third home task is to learn the chart given in vocabulary exercise given on page number 5 and answer the questions following the exercise. And you can also do this exercise on the computer sheet or if you have any loose sheets. I am giving you the picture of the activity from page number 5 so you will not get lost or you will not find any difficulty. I hope you have understood till now, and we will continue the reading in next lesson inshallah. Till then, best of luck for your future endeavors. Allah Hafiz, students.